Sa previous video, pinag-usapan natin ang mga research design under the qualitative research. Ngayon naman ipag-usapan natin ang mga research design under the quantitative research. In quantitative research, the research design is objective. When we say objective, we are not relying on the opinions. We are relying on the results and the numerical results. It is a systematic empirical investigation of the observable phenomena through the use of computational technique. It highlights that numerical analysis of data. We are hoping that the numbers yield are unbiased, that can be generalized to some larger population and explain a particular observation. So, in the research design, in the quantitative research, naging objective ang mga data, naging objective ang isang researcher, it's because gumagamit tayo ng mga computational techniques. At yung mga computational techniques na yan, ang mga halimbawa nito, ay yung mga descriptive statistics, katulad ng mga percentages, mean, median, and standard deviation, variance. At pwede din gumamit tayo ng mga inferential statistics. Halimbawa nito ay mga t-test, one sample t-test, third t-test, independent t-test. Ano ba? Correlation or the Pearson's R, Spearman rank, and chi-square. Iyan ay mga ilan lang sa mga halimbawa ng mga most common use statistics na ginagamit natin for quantitative research. So yung mga formula na yun, nag-generate siya ng mga numerical data na i-analyze natin ng kanilang mga resulta. At yung mga resulta na yun, ang siyang magbibigay ng explanation sa ating mga observation. And those numbers must have the interpretation. Okay? Now, under the research design, meron tayong tinatawag na survey research. Ang survey research, okay, kadalasan ay may laman itong mga interview, questionnaires, sampling polls to get the sense of behavior with intense precision. So, mga survey research ay kadalasan, ilalagay ito sa mga research paper na kung saan ay non-experimental. So, hindi experimental ang research design o yung paper na yon. Another, we have also the correlational research. Now this correlational research, it is test for the relationship between the two variable. Tinitingnan natin, hindi natin tinitingnan ang causation sa correlational, kundi ang relationship ng dalawang variable. Ano naman ang causal comparative? Ang causal comparative, ito naman ang research na nag-uncover ng cause and effect. Ang causal comparative ay isang uri ng research design na nag-uncover ng cause and effect ng relationship. This research is not conducted between the two groups and each other. So, ang ibang tawag sa causal comparative ay yung ex post facto, na kung saan ay meron na silang existing na sitwasyon na nangyari na sa kanila, no? At ang pwedeng gawin ng isang researcher sa causal comparative ay alamin kung ano ang naging factor, kung bakit naging ganun sila. So, for example, the group of people with cancer, and the other group, meron namang cardiovascular diseases. Pwede natin malaman ano ba yung kanilang mga reasons kung bakit nagkaroon sila ng cancer o kaya naman ay cardiovascular diseases. Yung dalawang grupo na yun ay existing sa kanila yung kanilang mga diseases. So the researchers did not use any manipulation in this type of research. Sa experimental research naman ay guided ito ng hypothesis. Nagkakaroon dito ng control group and experimental group. So since this topic was just a review, I have the elaboration of this topic from the previous videos. So hanapin nyo at balikan nyo. This is just only discussed. It's because I discussed the research design for qualitative. Now, to come up with the chosen design, whether quantitative or qualitative research, you have to think which of your title or topic that can use a specific research design. So, in this sentence, think of which best suits the given title or topic to explore the collective ideas and picture out to rebuild better understanding. So, always remember that nakadepende sa inyong research problem ang pagpili na ilalagay niyong research design. So, again, nakadepende sa inyong research problem kung ano ang akmang research design na gagamitin para sa inyong research study. Okay po? Now, let's talk about the activity that you're going to do on this part. So, number 1, this is your Activity A. Your activity A is what's more, you have to answer this. Reflect your research title problem and then decide for the appropriate research design. So you have to write here your revised research title and you have to write your research problem and then you write down and choose what is the specific research design to be used and why. Explain why. So these are the examples. So pili kayo. Since dahil tayo ay magla-laboratory, no? Alin kaya dyan ang ating research design, diba? So you just have to write here. This is just only a short answer. And I think di naman mahirap gawin yan, diba? Okay, now the activity P is you have to write only the letter. So hindi nyo isusulat lahat to kasi mahaba to. Ang gagawin nyo lang ay isusulat nyo lang yung sagot. Okay po? So I will just read for you i-zoom out nyo na lang dito. Zoom out nyo na lang yung cellphone nyo. So, you can read clearly the question. Okay, ano po ang isusulat sa notebook? Isusulat lang po yung title nitong video and then you have to write your answer. Okay? So, isusulat sa notebook. Okay, let us read. Which one is known as the process of gathering and measuring the information and variables of interest? A. Data collection procedure. B. Research setting. C. Sampling procedure. D. Research design. Okay, write your answer only, letter only. Number 2, understanding the ways to collect data is known as A. Research design. B. Review of related literature. C. The problem. D. Research methodology. Okay, write your answer. Number 3, which type of quantitative research that guided specifically by a hypothesis? A. Correlational, narrative, experimental, causal comparative. Choose your answer. Choose the letter only. Okay, move. Number 4, the following are quantitative design of research, except 1, correlational, narrative, experimental, causal comparative. Number 5, a type of research that uses interviews, questionnaires, and sampling polls to get a sense of behavior with intense precision. Experimental, time series design, survey, ethnography. Number 6, a self-rating instrument structured with questions, indicators. A. Questionnaire. B. Interview. C. Observation. D. Instrument. Write your answer, letter only. For number 7, the genetic term that researchers use for a measurement device. Questionnaire, interview, observation, instrument. Number 8, which one is a research technique used to make a replicable and valid inferences by interpreting and coding textual material? Feasibility study, case study, content analysis, or problem solving. Number 9, constructive research that solves practical problems while producing an academically appreciated theoretical contribution. Feasibility study, case study, content analysis, or problem solving. Number 10, a study that determines whether or not two variables are correlated. Descriptive, comparative, methodological study, or correlational study. Number 11, in data gathering on the qualitative search for life, it blanks. A. Abound with words and visual. Talks about statistics, query on numbers and calculations. Or D. None. Okay, for question number 12, which one is the study on how people understand the experiences meaningful? Case study, phenomenology, etymology, historical analysis. 13, a process or record of research in which detailed consideration is given to the development of a particular person, group, or situation over a period of time. A. Feasibility. B. Case study. C. Content. D. Problem solving. 14, homogeneous strata ensures representative proportion wherein the researchers include the specified number of samples like 5 samples only. A. Convenience. B. Quota. C. Purposive. D. Snowball sampling. Okay, for last number, sampling method that is handpicked by the researcher based on qualities for purposes of the study. A. Convenience sampling. B. Quota sampling. C. Purposive sampling. Or D. Snowball sampling. Okay, so make sure lang that you already answer the questions and nanonood talaga kayo ng mga videos. It's because ito yung gagamitin natin para sa ating term 1 examination. So make sure lang po na hindi kayo na-shortcut ng mga videos. And we will also check your output once na pumasok na tayo sa school. Okay, so once again, no erasures. Okay, thank you. Now let's move to the next video.